Jews and physical illness are a match made in heaven. We are amazing when it comes to physical illness. If a child is sick, we will know everything that's wrong with them. If they have just fever, stay home. You must stay home. We don't let you go to school. Have ice cream, chill, relax, no pressure. And if chas v'shalom, it's worse. If someone has, let's say, Crohn's disease, there's no chance that Jewish parents are not going to know everything about Crohn's disease, and that they're going to, by accident, give the kids something that causes them to be very sick. It's never going to happen. We go to the best doctors, right? Only the best doctors, right? The second best doctor, that's for Goyim. We only go to the doctor that you can't get into. That's the one for us. We pick the best doctor. We know everything about it. And we're always on the side of the patient. We're not worried about the patient missing school. We're not worried about the patient being dysfunctional, coming to the Shabbos table in their pajamas if they're sick and they have fever, and they come to Friday night to the soup. So happy to see you. Chaim, look, I'm so happy to see you. Great to have you here, right? Physical illness, we got this thing. We got it. Now we have emotional illness. We're clueless because we didn't grow up with it. And this could be literally life-threatening, and we're yelling about the way they dress, and we're commenting on the way they're behaving, as if we have no idea that they're sick. Instead of realizing that, yes, just like you could be sick physically, you could be sick emotionally. Again, not our fault. 30 years ago, pretty much didn't exist. Why? What? Why did it change? Who changed? I don't know. But this is a reality. Now there's different reasons why people can be dysfunctional, and one of them is emotional. But you can't see it. There's no x-ray. So right away, people who don't understand this, they say, you got to push him. You got to push him. As if he became bad. Even though sometimes you look at this kid a week ago or a year ago or 3 years ago, the cutest, nicest kid, doing well, smart, and now it's like someone pulled out the battery. So some parents think, you got to push. I say the example for that is if you have a car that has a flat tire. A flat tire is a $5 problem. You pump it up with air. You need a new tire? That's a $100 problem. But if you push that car, it's going to break the rim. Now you have a $4,000 problem. And what happens if you push it with the broken rim? The whole thing's going to fall apart. Now you have a $40,000 problem. When kids have a flat tire and we push them, you can cause tremendous damage instead of filling them up, fixing the problem. If it's fever, we give medicine so the fever goes away. If it's emotional, we got to give medicine that works for emotions. Certainly, we got to give time, understanding, compassion, not to yell at the kid, not to throw water at them when they can't wake up in the morning, not to think that they became evil and bad, and to treat them like an enemy. That creates rebellion because the kid feels like everybody turned on me. I don't want to be like this. One of the saddest things I ever had to deal with, and I've dealt with a lot of sad stuff, is a 12-year-old kid who was a sibling. So I met him as a sibling. And he started opening up to me, and I saw he has already tics. And he was making weird motions. And he said to me like this. He said, I knew, and he knew that I knew that he went through a trauma, bad trauma. He said, and I was doing fine. He's a very smart kid. I was doing fine, but this year, in 7th grade, I missed so much school because I couldn't do it. And I'm so worried because if I can't get my act together in 8th grade, what Masifta is going to want me? He doesn't need Musar. He's in so much pain. He's in so much fear. He sees like someone who's never getting Parkinson's or getting sick. He sees he's losing the use of this arm, and now he's losing the other arm. He sees parts of his life. He can't fall asleep. He can't wake up. And he's scared. What Masifta is going to want me if I can't function in 8th grade? I'm falling apart. He sees the train. He sees the lights coming at him. So many kids, before they fall apart, they're so petrified. They don't want this. And we push them out because we don't understand them. There are wise parents now more and more and more who understand dysfunction and even at the earliest point don't cause damage, and those kids have a much different journey. So if it's physical illness, we are amazing. Even if it's just fever, we're 100% on their side. You have a bunch of friends coming over, and all of a sudden your son or your daughter comes the Friday night to the meal in their pajamas or in their robe, right? And it's by the soup. What do you say? Yankee, great to see you. And they say, that's the way you teach Yankee to come to the Shabbos table? No. He had fever. Oh, fever. Great. It's not chinuch. We're not worried about the other kids all of a sudden catching this fever. He had fever. Oh, and if a kid throws up, king. He's king. You just throw up and you're king. I'm not letting you go to school. Even if you want to. I want to go to school. No, you have to wait 2 days after fever, and you threw up, and now you're going to sit on the couch, and we're going to make you breakfast. But he woke up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Why don't you yell at him? Why don't you say, that's when you wake up? That's when you wake up? I should serve you breakfast? I should reward bad behavior? No food for you. Would you do that if he had fever? Absolutely not. You got to look at your kid. This is a good kid. Something's wrong with him. That's why we need to understand emotional pain. And what would really help is if we can invent an emotional thermometer. Now, I don't know where they would stick it, but stick it somewhere, and you should be able to see this kid is not bad. He didn't turn bad. He doesn't need musar. He doesn't need punishments. He needs a hug. He needs understanding. Something's going on with the kid. If you push that kid, instead of a tire problem, you'll have a rim problem, and then you'll have a completely broken down person. You'll have much bigger problems by pushing someone who does not lack motivation. There's no chesar in yediyah. There's no chesar in havana. They're not missing information. They're not missing understanding. That's why when you talk, it's so condescending. When you explain stuff, they know it. You raise them. Explain to them the purpose of getting up in the morning, the purpose, of course, they're going to sleep at night. All of that is wrong. They're as smart as you are, maybe smarter. They're as kind-hearted and wonderful as you are. They're going through something. There's a big difference between a healthy Esav or a sick Yaakov. Our kids are a sick Yaakov. When we look at them like that with understanding, that's automatically already giving them at least the feeling that I'm not misunderstood. Because the kids who feel misunderstood, they can't survive.